There are quite a bit of things to cover in this Apple Spring Loaded event. Literally, it's loaded. But as you can see from the video title below, together with the like button, the most interesting part of this event for me is the iPad Pro. It is just insane. But how about we go through a list of things that Apple announced during the event and give some of my little thought on it. Or whether you should pre-order and get it for your own. Let's find out. First off, a whole new iPhone. Sorry, I mean a whole new color iPhone. I know some might make fun of it. It is just a new color. But I really think this color is stunning. But of course, this shouldn't be a reason to get a new iPhone. But more choice, the better, right? By the time this video went live, the pre-order date should already been started, and you shouldn't worry about its availability. It won't get sold out. It's just an additional color. Next stop, the AirTag. This small little guy has been highly rumored for quite some time, and it's finally here. And to my surprise, it was priced around the same as other trackable tags from Samsung or Tao at just $29 a piece or $99 for a pair of 4. The review of these small guys is already popping up in YouTube, so do check it out. But essentially, that's what it advertised. Strap this together with your key, bag, or even your pad, and you're good to go. Just an obvious heads up. Remember to pair it with your phone before strapping it to your belongings. Since this just works with Apple device, you'll be locking down into the Apple ecosystem. But boy, that's one hell of a good wall garden. At least for Apple user. Next up, Apple TV 4K. And not so interested in the Apple TV. But hey, you got the Apple A12 Bionic chip in it. It's an improvement, right? Next, and here comes one of the big dog of this event, the Apple iMac. The all-new redesigned 24-inch iMac with up to 7 different colors. It has been too long since the iMac got any significant update. The oversized and outdated bezel of the iMac has been sticking with us for far too long, when all other all-in-one PC have given us slimmer and slimmer design. Just look at it. Tell me this doesn't look outdated. But well, our savior is here, the new 24-inch iMac. But wait, I think the color and Apple talks on the all-new design and thinness has swayed our focus on the actual changes that they made from the last to this all-new iMac. Let's take a closer look. Let's see, what's the difference? Isn't this the same iMac as before? The same old thick bezel, slightly smaller than before of course, and the same old chin? Wait a minute, where's the all-new design that Apple talking about? It is all shown at the side of the iMac. Turn this around, just look how thin it is, and that's where the redesign happened. But oh well, let's talk about this objectively. It is essentially a non-portable MacBook Pro with a bigger screen. This is because it is running the same M1 chip that's in the MacBook Air and Pro. Granted that this M1 chip is fast and it is a class on its own, but a desktop getting a mobile ARM chip that is the same as its mobile counterpart just feel weird, don't you agree? As I'm expecting something like the M1X to differentiate between the MacBook and the iMac, to show the power of a desktop. But since an Apple promo video doesn't show or promote heavy lifting tasks like video editing, I guess this iMac is aimed at a more casual user. With this all-new design, I'm looking forward to a 13-inch iMac for the iPad Pro. Last but not least, the all-new M1 iPad Pro, and this is huge. Unlike the iMac, where it's a laptop chip put into a desktop, this is a laptop chip that can run heavy loaded apps like Final Cut Pro with ease in a piece of glass, namely the iPad Pro. It is the same as what Apple said, supercharged by the Apple M1 chip. I know my A12 Zip iPad Pro is fast, but this is even crazier. Even if this iPad Pro won't release until sometime in second half of May, but looking at the benchmark set by the MacBook M1, it is, as per Apple presentation, 50% faster in CPU and 40% in GPU. With this M1 chip in the iPad Pro, the gap between the iPad and the MacBook is getting smaller and smaller. And my hope of iPad getting Final Cut Pro getting bigger and bigger. Aside from the M1 chip, this is the first Apple device to get a mini LED display in the name of Liquid Retina XDR. It has the same XDR as Apple Pro Display XDR, but the iPad is the real deal. It has many more smaller LED backlight that will result in a more precise local dimming than HDR content, thus darker black level. Not OLED level of dark, but a step in the right direction. Overall, this is a fun and exciting event, even though most of the product has been leaked beforehand. Nonetheless, I will talk more in depth about my thought in the next few videos. So, like and subscribe if you want to get notified. And in the meantime, give us our opinion for your purchasing decision, especially the purple iPhone. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Ciao.